There are two things I know for sure will never fall off the trend cycle. That's colour itself and neutral colour palettes. A subtle and calm and natural look is always a great idea for any interior. Part of achieving this look is to use natural materials such as these solid wood furniture pieces by Homewood. Take a look.
Every year the tree grows ring by ring, and who are we to say, look, let's chop that ring out? It's like removing history from a history book. You know, show the whole story. When we open up a tree, put it into the furniture we manufacture, we want to show everything, warts and all. So we design our furniture around that basis. So every item, we could make 1 million items of the same thing. Every piece will be different because every piece of wood is different. Every person's hand that actually touches that piece of furniture does something slightly different, so you can't hide that. Materials we use predominantly wood and high quality hardwoods, as I've explained, warts and all. But we also bring in other elements. So because we in the Zulu area of KwaZulu-Natal, there's a very strong culture of weaving there. So we've taken the local community there and incorporated a lot of the weaving into our furniture. So we use a lot of braid ropes, a lot of sort of rimpi, and we weave it in various ways around the timber just to break that monotony that can happen if it's just a big block of wood. I travel a lot throughout the Southern African region, and every year around about December time we get our design team together and we will try and pick out a shape or something from my travels that we think is going to be quite trendy for the next year. So for instance, our Mbiza range in 2017 was focused around the sort of clay pot kind of design. So that's where we brought a lot more of the sort of beautiful curves and sweeps. We call it bringing sexy back. So beautiful, sexy curves. Brought that back into our furniture for 2017. The year before that, while traveling in Mozambique, you know, you get those beautiful dowels with the triangular shaped sails. We brought sort of triangles and that type of shape into the designs for that year. In 2018 has been an interesting year for our design, so what we focused on there is taking older designs and trying to make them a bit more retro and up to date, soften them a little bit, make them a lot more feminine. Currently we're in a very sort of retro type of design style, sort of soft edges, nice round spindly turned legs, whereas in the past it was very square, straight edge and contemporary. So depending on what we're seeing as trends at the moment, will sort of dictate what we design for the year. Because we have such a passion with the timber we work in, we hate wasting it. I'll never forget, I had a French student from the University of Nantes come out and do a 6-week practical course with us. And the first thing he said is, "Ooh, you need to clean up and get rid of all the offcuts outside." And I was like, well, you know, these things have value. We just got to find something to do with it. And that's where our smalls manufacturing or our recovery manufacturing was born. So we took designs, inspiration from various sort of places around the world and started manufacturing small items in higher volume, but small items so we could consume those little pieces of wood that otherwise would just be thrown away or burnt. So even the smallest little offcut can make its way into somebody's home in the form of a chopping board, in the form of a planter or anything like that.